my name is Avalon and my student number is 3099659. I choose the case number 1, Dominic Strauss-Kahn case. So, it deals with DSK case in the USA. The hotel whose speaker, questioned in the case, filed a libel suit against the New York Post. In fact, the Post published a series of articles depicting the hotel whose speaker as being a hooker. These articles said to contain false affirmation. She argued that the information were false and that the New York Post knew or should have known that they were defamatory. As a consequence, she asked for damages and required the newspaper should no longer be allowed to publish this article. In this case, the legal principle involved that should be applied is balance between human right to freedom of expression and the need to protect individual reputation. The rule is stated in the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution about the freedom of the press. In the United States, public figures could in position to win a libel suit only if they can demonstrate that publisher had the knowledge that the information was false or that the information was published with reckless disregard of whether it was false or not. If a media is recognized guilty of defamation, he has to pay damages to the victim. Now, as acting as a counsel for the plaintiff, and this is my argument. Thirdly, the fact that the New York Post used the word hooker in its article to depict the hotel house speaker is degrading. It is a familiar word having pejorative connotation. No one can accept to be depicted as such, especially in a newspaper that is accessible to everybody as reader. It's a big blow for the reputation of this woman. There are people of her entourage, friends, parents, can read this article and trust them blindly. This type of incident could be considered as being a social suicide for the victim. Secondly, the Post knew that the affirmation were not coming from reliable source. In fact, reporters didn't know exactly what the house speaker's life was like regarding her habits. They had to invent a story in order to sell papers. They have no proof of what they affirm. Most of the time, source close to the defense investigation means no source or invented source. Finally, a quite impressive number of articles were published about the woman. It could almost be considered as a kind of harassment. To close, according to me, the plaintiff can find herself being attributed a financial compensation for pain and suffering. The newspaper also has to publish a denial and public excuses to the victim. Finally, the information present in those articles should not be allowed to be used as a newspaper, otherwise severe punishment could be held as well as financial compensation in the case they are ever used again. Thank you.